everyone, I am back. So, I am trying to record in two locations. So, if you see me looking on this side, then I'm so sorry. I'll try to go back and forth. Um, and I wanted to come on here to have a chat with you guys because I wanted to kind of gauge to see how many of you guys are having problems getting your application and your resume screened by HR and also screened by the hiring manager. So if that is one of your problems, then stay tuned. Hey guys, we are back. So now I'm gonna try to make this video short. I know I say that in every of my videos, but this one we're gonna try to do it because I want to try to cover different topics. We're gonna try to keep it short. So as I've been working on some resumes, I have noticed a lot of people having problems with getting their resumes reviewed. So if that's the problem that you guys are having, then you guys will definitely appreciate this video. The few people that I've been reviewing their resumes, I've seen a lot of people when they write their resumes, they are not writing it or they are not tailoring it to the vacancy announcement. If you're not tailoring it to the vacancy announcement, then I am not sure how you think you're going to be able to get called or get your resume reviewed and your application reviewed by HR. One thing I just came to mind, I was working on, well, someone reached out to me. I'm on Fiverr. And I'm working on my website to try to get my website out. But the prices that I have on Fiverr, I made it comparable to some of the resumes that's available or the federal individuals that are writing resumes. And so I try to keep the prices comparable, but some people may say, it's a lot, but it's not. For me, it's not crazy. It's not a crazy amount. So I think you guys would appreciate the price, but once my website is up and running, then that would definitely be a different story because then, I have to maintain the websites and whatnot. So the price is going to be more. But yes, so someone reached out to me. He wanted to he wanted to get me to write a federal resume for him, and he was just trying to inquire. I guess he must have saw my profile, and I put my SF50 on there. So if you have an SF50, you know that you've actually worked in the federal government. Now, unlike the other people that's on there, I don't think that they share as much as I did, because I don't want to, because I'm new to Fiverr, it seems like I have to prove myself. And so I figure a way for me to prove myself is to give evidence that I've actually worked in HR and stuff, and I have the experience that I said that I have. So the guy reached out to me and he wanted a federal resume. So then he asked me if I can write a resume for him, but that same resume, he wants to use it for 3 different vacancy announcements. And so I asked him, and he said it's for the same series. And so I was like, okay, so it's for the same series, but we didn't really get into the grades because the more, he'll probably keep me on for a while going back and forth and stuff. And a lot of people have been doing that. I guess, the price or whatever, or they're not serious or they're not ready, or they probably think that they shouldn't be paying for someone to help them write their resume, which, is understandable, especially if, your finances are a little bit different. than how you would want it to, especially if you're looking for a job. If you're looking for a job, then that means you need money. So if you need money, you're not trying to spend money that you need, which I understand. And this is the reason why I come on here and then I try to make my videos as short as possible, but I haven't been successful. But I want to provide a lot of information that is free. Free, but then at the same time, sharing that information with you guys would need to know how to apply it, and you guys may need me to, or need someone to clarify some of the things that I'm saying, even though I think I break it down to the, I guess, smallest possible um, example, so everyone can kind of understand. And sorry if I'm dumbing down, different terms and stuff. Forgive me. I am really not trying to do that. I'm just trying to cover a wide group of people because I want to make sure I capture everyone's interests. So yes, so he reached out to me and asked me about one resume, three vacancy announcement, same series. That would be an okay task, but they're at three different locations. Like I said, I didn't ask him about the grade, so I'm not sure about the grade level, because if the grade level is higher, then the difficulty and the task and the duties will be quite different than what it would be for a lower grade level, or whatever the case may be. So now when I spoke to him, and you know, I told him, okay, I can give you whatever you want and stuff, but I don't know if you just want someone to write you a resume and stuff, because if you just want someone to write you a resume, then you would kind of be wasting your money, especially if the resume that I'm writing, I would need to focus on a job. So now, if it's three different jobs, three different locations, three different people writing, three different managers, saying what they want, even though the series are the same, the duties are similar. But if it's Army, if you're working for the Department of the Army, and then Department of Navy or the VA and so forth, they all have different systems that they use. They all do things differently. So now the Army may want you to just, let's say, HR. H let's say HR, because I've worked at different agencies and stuff. So you would think HR is HR. No. So once I worked in HR in the VA, what the VA did for HR, there was a lot of similarities. However, there was some differences. I don't know. For some reason, there were some differences because of the different programs that they use. Like, they would probably use one old system. The VA, they are kind of outdated. They use one older system. And now for you to work that one older system, you need to know that system. And if you don't know that system, then you won't be able to perform your duties, the job. And and if you go on an interview or you apply, and HR is reviewing your resume, yes, they will see that, depending on how you write it. If you write it, if that was me that was writing the resume for him, and I know the series, so I know the generalized duties. But if for so happen that each of the different vacancies, the specialized experience is different, then that's a no-go. Because, and the price that I'm charging for one resume, because when I charge that price, I make sure that I go into the vacancy announcement, that I really look at every single thing. And because I do that, then I would like my focus to just be in one direction. So you have a job that you're interested in applying for, which is usually how it should work. Um, you target that job. Now, while you're also targeting other jobs, then you should have a resume that is tailored to the different jobs. Even though it's the same series, even, well, not the grade. The grade is different, but it's a specialized experience that's really, 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 really important. Going back to me working at the VA. And then they did things differently. They use an older system. And then I went to the Department of Navy. Now, the Department of Navy, depending on which area you work in, now, if you work in the HRO department, like where they do everything, then that level of people would be doing different things that people who are just doing localized HR. I don't. If you're HR, you would understand what I'm saying, and if you need more clarification, I can also provide that. So when I was working there, the duties were the same, but they didn't use the same systems that the VA was using. And because they weren't using the same systems that the VA was using, I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing. Now, you would wonder, okay, you know HR, so you should be able to do HR. But if my job consists of me getting on that computer to know how to maneuver to get to what I need to do my job, and I don't know it, then, I mean, some people would automatically think, okay, you don't know HR. But if I'm doing HR on a sheet of paper, where I'm posting a vacancy announcement on a sheet of paper, and then I put it into a system that everyone knows, which is USA Staffing. Some people use USA Staffing and they use different functions of USA Staffing. So if I'm doing that, or if I'm just doing the old school, I don't even know if they used to do that in the old way. But if it's different systems that I would need to know, I won't be able to perform that job if I don't know that system. So knowing that system and focusing on how to maneuver that system, if I make an error, how am I supposed to fix it? If, if the system is down and then I need to, what am I going to do? So, these are some of the things that affect the way the jobs are different, although they are similar. So, and I told him, I explained to him that, like I said, I can do it for you, but I can only guarantee. Now, a lot of people say don't guarantee stuff because I'm not the hiring manager, I'm not the HR reviewing it. However, I've applied to several different positions, and I've always, in the beginning, I didn't, because I didn't, I was new to HR. But then once I progressed in my grades and progressed in my experience level, then I would say almost every vacancy that I applied for, it always goes to the hiring manager. Now, going to the hiring manager, again, that's probably going to be for a different video or I think I touched on it with my last videos. Now, there may be factors that may affect me actually getting that position and stuff, which, there are some positions that I've applied for, HR positions that I've applied for, and I didn't get it because the hiring manager had someone that they were already interested in, so they announced the vacancy because that's what they're supposed to do. They can't just place somebody in it. So now they announce a vacancy, so I'm getting all hype, thinking, oh yeah, I got this in the bag. Now, when I'm thinking I got this in the bag, I get an interview. Oh yes, I definitely got this in the bag. Only to find out that I didn't get selected. Like, are you serious? So now, of course, my ego is kind of, shaken because I'm like, hold up. So I know what I'm doing. But that wasn't the problem. It was whatever the reason was. The hiring manager, like I said, had somebody already in mind for that position, and they had to post it, so they had to go through the whole process. I don't know, what was going on. So I applied just like everybody out there that's applying. So now, once you do that and stuff, then you put yourself um, in a compromising position because you don't really know if you're gonna get it. So now, when I told him that I can write the resume for him, but it would have to be focused. It would have to focus on one particular vacancy announcement, because then I would need to know what every single HR specialist is doing. Okay, we're at 15 minutes, so I'm gonna try to give a quick example. Um, let's say we're I'm cooking um, I'm cooking a meal or a burger. Let's say something like a burger. Okay, so I somebody tasked me to make a burger, so they need me to make a burger for them. The way I've been making burgers and stuff, I know how to make burgers. The way I've been making burgers may be different. I may use different processes than someone else. Are we getting the same result? Yes. However, some hiring managers think, because I don't know, some people are programmed one way of doing things. Some of them are positioned, or their mind is positioned to, if you're not doing this way, if you're not using the system that we're using, then you can't do the job without giving you a chance. Or if they do give you a chance, or if they're thinking about giving you a chance, now they're factoring, okay, I need somebody to come in, hit the ground running, which is what we like to use in HR. But if this person that you're hiring doesn't know the system, doesn't know anything about that department or whatever the case may be, how are they going to hit the ground running? That means I have to take time to train that individual. I don't have time. I'm trying to get somebody to work. So now, if I task it to somebody else, that person, the person that's being tasked, they're going to feel like, okay, I need to concentrate on my job. Why am I constantly helping this individual to get, their feet wet for them to get the hit the ground running? Going back to the burger situation, you hired me for me to cook a burger for you. Now, the way I cook my burgers, I take my meat from the package and stuff, and I season my meat. I put all types of seasoning on there: Sazon, Loris, Loris, sometimes Maggie cube, bouillon cubes. I put a little bit of that in there, and I chop up some onions, and I put some onions in there, and then I pat it and I squeeze it, and I, make sure I do everything. And then once I'm done with that, then I flatten them, and then once I finish flattening them, then I put them in a pan. No oil, no anything, depending on the type of meat. If it's the 93%, if it's the good percentage where it doesn't have a lot of fat, then just put it on there, and then on a hot pan. Now, once it cooks and stuff, I like mine to have a crust, and I don't like the juices inside of it and stuff, because I want it cooked completely. I like everything done, well done, well done to the point where well done. I don't want to see no blood, no nothing. I mean, I know burgers is supposed to be juicy and this and that. But if the liquid that I'm seeing is red, to me that's not juicy. To me, it looks like it's not cooked. So now you hired me to make a burger. Okay, this process, the seasoning process, you may not mind because it's gonna be flavorful. But at the same time, when I'm cooking my burger, I want to cook it until it's dark, or some people may think it's until it's dark. But you would like your burger well, um if you want it well done, medium rare, whatever the case may be, and then you want to see the juices in there. But because I'm so used to cooking burgers a certain way, I'm going to continue doing that. But I'll keep in mind that you want it a certain way. So now our minds are programmed as human beings that, as I'm doing, I'm probably having a whole bunch of, discuss, or, just, oh my goodness, why would somebody eat this and that and stuff? And may still not get it, because I would probably think, because I want to make sure that it's rare enough or it's medium enough, I hurry up and take it out. And then, put it on a plate, put the bread, the lettuce, whatever, everything in there and stuff. And then you open it, or as you're cutting it, you're like, no, it's too cooked or it's not cooked enough. So now I got to go back, take out the meat, and then put it back on the thing. So now, when would I know? Now I would need you to be standing right next to me to let me know how long you want it. You can tell me, put it on there for about 5 minutes. Okay, I can put it on there about 5 minutes. And then what? After 5 minutes, do you want me to flip it? Okay, so I flip it. So do I wait another 5 minutes? So all of that I'm saying is to say, even though I made a burger, the process that I used to make that burger may not have been the same process that you're used to, and it may not have achieved the same, it would achieve the same result because I cooked a burger. But the way it's done, you may be so upset after I finish that burger. You're like, yo, man, get out of here. I'll do my burger by myself. Okay, thank you. Bye. So if you're new to a job and they're thinking that you're gonna hit the ground running and you have a whole bunch of questions, or and you're not sure, or you go and do it the way you know how to do it, me going in, do HR the way I know how to do HR, perform HR duties, or making a burger the way I know how to make a burger, but you may not want those, different things. And then I may burn it, or, for HR, I may, some hiring managers that you work with, the hiring managers want you to have someone that has the skills for the position, but the people that's applying for the position, they don't know every single duties in that position. So now when we write the vacancy announcement, we can't put every single thing on there. The only thing that we can put on there is a specialized experience, and then in the assessment questionnaire, we will use some of the questions from the PD to ask you, have you done this, have you done that, have you done this, have you done that. So now if you're writing your resume, or you have somebody to write your resume, now this individual is writing a resume for you, and they don't know what the hiring manager needs or what you need to do for that position, and they just say, okay, working HR, just getting people in, announcing the vacancy and stuff, and and then just getting the people in. But would I need to provide the people forms? What kind of forms do your, agency use? Because different agencies use different forms for onboarding. You bring someone in. Some people want you to fill out every single thing, and then some people would want to do a orientation with you, where they work everything with you as opposed to sending everything. So now, again, the processes are different, but the end result would be similar if it's for the same series. But for that vacancy announcement, the way that vacancy announcement is written, the specialized experience, I guarantee you, unless they're copying from each different a vacancy announcement, they're copying the same thing, but then still they still wouldn't hit the mark because it's not the same person writing the vacancy announcement. So if for the guy, when I explained it to him, I told him about, the burger situation. The way I cook my food may be different from the way he cook his food. Now we use burger, but then it can be different meals that I may cook differently, and that, he would cook completely different. And then I even mentioned to him, gave him an example of cleaning. Cleaning is cleaning. Everybody knows how to clean. But some people, when they clean, they just do a surface clean, while another person would do a deep, deep, deep clean where they, pass their fingers, and then, and there's nothing at all. But some people may not have time to, but they just want to hurry up and get it done, especially if you work in an agency where it's just production and you're just, for me, working in agencies like that, you're bound to miss something, especially if you're just trying to get stuff out there and stuff. You're going to definitely miss something. So I wasn't able, but I told him I can do whatever he wants me to do. But I told him I couldn't guarantee anything. But in his mind, he just wanted me to write one resume for him for all three vacancy announcement and pay the same price. Now, me having other people that I'm helping, do I have time for me to go and look at every single vacancy announcement and then see what the similarities are and stuff to draft that single resume for that individual for them to apply for every position? I mean, it is possible. However, if you have other stuff that you're doing and stuff, it's going to be kind of difficult because you won't be able to focus on any particular job because you're trying to cover too many things at the same time. Vacancy announcements, pay attention to the vacancy announcements. That may be some of the reasons why a lot of people are not getting called, because they're not paying attention to the vacancy announcement. They're not They're, they have one resume that they use for every single thing. Okay, or they may have one resume that they use for HR, one resume that they use for engineering, one resume that they use. Really? Unless you've done all of those tasks, all of those duties and stuff, yes, you can put it into um your resume, but that's going to be a long a resume because you would have to be as detailed as possible when you're writing that resume. So I hope I was able to help some people out with trying to help them figure out why you're not getting your resumes reviewed by the hiring manager and your application being turned away, or you're getting the notification of result saying that you do not meet the specialized experience for this position and grade. That's our key messages and stuff. So if you're having those problems and stuff, take this advice. Make sure you concentrate on the vacancy announcement. And if you're hiring someone to write your resume for you, make sure that that individual is asking you, what job are you trying to apply for? Because if they don't know that and they just say, okay, you want an HR resume and that's it, now chances are you may hit some of the duties because someone who knows HR, someone who worked in that capacity, or HR having been able to write a lot of position descriptions, so we know what a lot of the jobs, what all the duties are, and we know how to research to find them, especially if we've done classification where we write the position descriptions. Then that individual would need to know what that position is. But at the same time, if the hiring manager tells me that, yes, I know I want someone to get the job done, however, I want that individual to concentrate on these duties, and then I write my resume and stuff, or somebody write my resume for me and just put the generalized things that HR does, but the hiring manager want these specific things, I would never get called. So, guys, pay attention to the vacancy announcements. If you don't pay attention to the vacancy announcement, I guarantee you, you would never get called. So, guess that's it. Let me know in the bottom, the comment section, if this was helpful, if that was some of your problems and stuff, and if you didn't understand what I was saying, I was talking, garbage, or, I'm trying to convince you guys to hire me or hire someone or whatever the case may be, just, communicate with me. Let me know what you guys think about the content that I put out and stuff. And I will be back to put out another video. I'm gonna try to do several different videos, but I'll probably post them all at once because I've been kind of busy. So I will talk to you guys later. Good luck with your job search, and I hope and pray that you guys get hired or get your vacancy, your application reviewed for every position that you apply for, and also your application being reviewed, um, every position you apply for, and your resume. That's what I wanted to say. Your resume being reviewed by the HR, and then HR seeing that you meet the specialized experience, and then they forward your resume to the hiring manager. So, good luck, you guys. I'll see you guys in a few minutes, or well, probably won't be a few minutes, but I'll see you guys later.